All right, Mike Sanford in for Moser today. Vic, you had a question for the coach. Go for it.
Yeah, pretty simple question. We have a head coach in our midst here, so he's a guy who's probably used to taking one for the team. And I felt that the press conference Sean Payton held on Monday, where he described what happened and the closing seconds against Indy, and of course the personal foul, the leverage play, all that business, and we did the post-game show on Altitude TV, and you and I both referenced, hey, man, they got to do a better job coaching that up. That's Darren Rizzi's group. They had two special teams coaches last year essentially lose their jobs for what took place in Kansas City. And what happened in Indy just cannot happen. So Sean Payton goes there in front of the media on Monday and says, hey, that falls on me. That's on me. It's not on the player. It's not on Darren Rizzi. It's on me. First of all, do you believe him? Second of all, is that what the coach is supposed to say in that setting? Is he supposed to take one for the team?
Well, here's what I'd say is that as the head coach, you do have to take some semblance of extreme ownership for everything that happens. And so I believe him in the sense that he is standing as the nearly $20 million a year employee of the Denver Broncos, where all coaching decisions do ultimately fall under his watch. However, was that not the same thing last year with Mike Westhoff and Ben Kotwica?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the difference is that Darren Rizzi is his guy. And I think Mike Westhoff was his guy as well. But Darren Rizzi's his new guy, and he's a Saints guy. And he comes from the tree of where Sean Payton's guys come from. And it's also just game 2. But I'll say this, and where I'm at with this special teams unit, Week 1, the offense for the Denver Broncos, BUNS. Straight BUNS. Was it not? It's bad.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Week 1, how was the defense for the Broncos? Elite.
Yeah, really good.
How was the special teams? Marvin Mims, muffed punt.
Muffed punt.
Yeah.
71
Crawshaw. Crawshaw was good. Everybody else struggled.
71-yard kickoff return that led directly to points.
Right before half.
Yeah.
Game 2. How did the offense respond for the Denver Broncos?
Good.
Great.
Good. Defense, how was it?
Buns.
BUNS.
Yeah.
Special teams.
What's buns?
It's like Chiefs.
Booty.
Huh.
It starts with me.
Special teams.
Sorry, Vic. Ass. How's that?
Oh, I didn't know I could say that.
I do it.
Special teams, how was it? How was it, Kaner? Week 2.
Well, you had
Buns.
the field goal miss, which was pretty crucial. Yeah. Pretty
So
bad.
The game.
So the only consistent unit through 2 weeks for the Denver Broncos, offense, defense, special teams, has been the special teams unit. And I'll tell you this, if you lose another football game this season, in the National Football League where the game comes down to the margins, if you lose another NFL game where they're all going to matter significantly because of a special teams gaffe that you could attribute to coaching or the wrong personnel being in the position, Darren Rizzi deserves to lose his job because the precedent was set a year ago.
Yeah.
Well, what I don't understand, because after the game, Dondre Tillman said, we had a certain play called, and I'm like, play called?
Mm-hmm.
For a 60-yard play called?
Yeah, there's
and even
5 different blocks that you can have.
Yeah, even Sean Payton acknowledged on Monday, perhaps we should have been less aggressive in that situation.
No question.
But you cannot tell me, and this is where I know Sean Payton was taking one for the team. I know he was. I know he was protecting his coach. You cannot tell me that Sean Payton, who is face deep in that play sheet most of the game, suddenly goes to his special teams unit and says, let's run Y chromosome on this last one. Yeah, let's go ahead and have stunt those two. He wasn't making the call. That wasn't his call. His special teams guy made the call.
Agree wholeheartedly.
So this is protection
for
his guy.
The only thing that I've done before as a head coach that's calling offensive plays is I will go to the special teams coordinator emotionally. Let's go after this kid. I don't want to see. I got to go after this one right here. And then I see it like, oh, wait a minute. If we rough the kicker here, or the punter, this is going to be a timeout. hey, let's go punt safe here.
Yeah.
Or hey, let's just go edge block, normal edge block.
You're so true though about games won and lost in the margins. That is the National Football League, where the final score is always within 6 points, no matter what. It's always within a possession, right? And you can only lose so many of those kind of games. You can't give those games away. The ones that hurt are the ones that you assume you've won, and then you don't because of a penalty or because of a block or because of something like that. Those are the worst. You add those up at the end of the season. Those, you just hope that loss to Indy doesn't cost you playoff positioning, maybe a home playoff game, because that's what's at stake when you lose stuff like that.
How about this? Denver Broncos career for Sean Payton. His win-loss record right now as a Denver Broncos head coach, 19 wins, 16 losses. Mm-hmm. Sean Payton cares about legacy. Do we agree?
Oh, yeah.
Of course he does.
If you don't have a special teams gaffe a year ago at Kansas City and you don't have a special teams gaffe this year at Indy, he's a 21-14 head coach.
Yeah.
Seems a lot different than 19-16.
It does. It really does.
Sean Payton's fighting for a Hall of Fame career right now.
Oh, sure.
If he wins one here, he is a guaranteed first ballot Hall of Fame head coach.
Because it's never happened. Because it's never happened. To be the first coach to win 2 Super Bowls in 2 different cities, 2 different franchises, of course.